We get so many questions about hijab, especially with all the political drama, like in places where women are allegedly being forced to wear it. People ask, isn't hijab a choice? Well, here's the deal.
Islam gives clear guidelines for both men and women regarding modesty. The Quran commands men first to lower their gaze and guard their private parts. Then it instructs women to do the same, while covering their adornments.
It also specifies the people in front of whom we do not need to wear hijab. These people are called Mahram in Islam. They are father, brother, husband, sons, and all other women. In front of them a woman do not need to wear hijab. However, one might ask why men do not need to cover themselves. Men are also commanded to dress modestly, but it doesn't include hijab. It is because
studies show that men tend to be more visually oriented in their attraction to physical beauty compared to women, and that is why men are commanded to control their desires by lowering their gaze.
On the other hand, studies show that women often engage in beautification with the intention of attracting attention and enhancing their visibility. One could act arrogant not to accept this fact, but to control this desire Allah asked women to cover themselves.
In short, it is fair to say these two verses are there to control our own desires as men and women, so both have to play our parts.
Before we dig deep, I would highly recommend my sisters to read this book called Beauty Sick.
Why do I have to cover?
Number one, firstly, because God said so. Have you read a book called Beauty Sick?
No.
Okay, I want you to buy this book. Are you telling me, as a woman, you choose not to wear the hijab?
Yes.
I say no. And I'll prove it. Are you telling me that the beauty industry, the females around you, the society that you live in, have no effect on you and the way you are perceived? And that has no element on you that you may feel, because the book that I referred to called Beauty Sick tells you about women who are beauty sick. Their sickness is beauty.
Okay.
Which is what? When someone comes to me and says, I choose to wear the hijab, I'm like, please don't lie. You wear the hijab because Allah told you to. And now somebody comes and says, well, that's Islam is oppressive. And I say, well, no, hold on a second. Because the very women who wear miniskirts, who go get their breasts done, their nose done, can you imagine? They smash their nose. You know your nose, it gets smashed.
Okay.
Point is this. Are you telling me these people go and say, I choose to? No, you don't choose to. You do it because the beauty industry, the standards that the society have put a bar on, you are trying to reach those at the cost that you can even lose your life. There was a Brazilian woman who died because she got implants on her backside.
Yeah.
She died.
I know that.
So,
but then why do you have free will if you don't have a choice?
you have free will. You have a choice which one to follow. For example, both of them don't have no choice. The one who goes and gets a nose done and has makeup and can't leave the house without makeup, being in front of the window for 2 hours, etc. Okay. And the woman who wears the hijab, they are both told to do so. One is told to do so by the one who created her. Thank you. Now, 1 second. This is where it's crucial.
Okay.
Which one is deserving of being listened to? The one who created you or society?
Of course, it's your creator that
Okay, good.
Obedience over society.
So what have we learned here, sister, today? Both individuals have no choice. They are both told to do something.
Okay.
One is from the creator.
Yeah.
One is from the creation.
Okay.
This is where I accepted Islam, because I said, hold on a second. And I'll give you this personal story. I used to have a jumper like this. It was a black one.
Okay.
I thought I looked really handsome in it. I used to hate the jumper. It used to make me itch. When I used to be in the club, I used to itch, but I just hated it. But I was like, no, I look good. Yeah? I said to myself, you know what? I'm the biggest slave. This is my master. This jumper is my master. It's like girls who walk into clubs with this much heels and they have to take you off in winter and it's freezing cold. Have you ever stood on pavement? Bruv, when I look at them, I feel the pain. I feel the pain. Because the creation is never going to be happy with me. When I die, they're going to backbite me. They're going to talk bad of me. The creator is the one that's going to be with me. He's the one who created me. He deserves my worship. Why would I go and try to please a group of people that are never going to be happy with me? And the one who created me deserves it. And guess what? Once I became a slave to him is when I found my true freedom. Slave to him.
That's a very good point, honestly.
Sister, the point I'm trying to say here is this, yeah? Thank you. May Allah bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Logical.
But even then, some might ask why some country force hijab? Then tell me, why some country ban hijab? Shouldn't that also have been a choice? But no one raising voice about that.
If you believe Islam is true, you follow its commands, and hijab is one of them. In Western countries, divorced husbands legally have to pay alimony, whether they like it or not. If you don't agree with that, you'd need to live in a country without that law. The same applies here. In a country built on Sharia law, where the majority of people follow Islam, hijab is mandatory because it's part of their religious belief. Hijab isn't optional. It's a command from God. And hijab doesn't mean a specific outfit. It means following a dress code. Islam doesn't force traditional clothing. It defines areas that must be covered for men and women. For men, pants must be above the ankles. Even in traditional clothing, if it hangs below the ankles, it's haram. But a loose t-shirt and pants above the ankle, that's 100% fine. Same goes for women. The clothing doesn't need a specific name. It just needs to meet the dress code. If you believe in Islam, then you follow these guidelines. But what about those who don't want to wear hijab? But if you don't want to follow a law that's based on Sharia and supported by the majority, you can choose to live somewhere else. Just like someone against alimony laws would live in a country without those rules. But does that give you rights to kill a woman for not wearing hijab? Never.
You're sick! You are sick! Ali!
Rather, Quran says, if you take one innocent life, it is as if you have killed whole humanity. None can kill a person for not wearing hijab, but that person might have to leave that state as the law won't change for any person. Learn to differentiate religion from bad politics, evil doings of people. Law will stay the same, law for hijab, and law for taking innocent life.